What is good, my boy?
What is happening, my boy?
You so
My
stupid.
my
Hey, how
boy.
long it's been, homie?
It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute since we sit down and chop it up. Last time I saw you, you were in uniform still. So
Yeah. Well, it's great to see you, my brother.
seeing you.
Wow, man, you got my heart like full right now, man. Like, you the homie, bro. So like, without further ado, let me introduce y'all to my boy Bocanegra. Tell the
Good.
people a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, like Turner said, me and Turner we've been friends for a very long time since 2005. Um, he was one of the first guys that welcomed me to the group when I got to Germany, showed me around. Those were some fun days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm married, family. He saw my daughter pretty much grew up with him. Um, I met his son. I met his daughter. Of course, I she grew up in our household. So
How is
my
Ileana, man?
Liana's 18, going on 19.
Wow. She
Yeah.
was a hooper too.
Yep. So she was 2 when you met her. Yeah, 2, going on 3.
Uh-huh.
About 16 years you have known Eliana.
Hmm.
Mm,
She
Then,
turned
of
out
course,
to be a fine young woman, man.
yeah, her mom did a good job. Her mom, I can't,
What you
I'm not,
talking about? Both of y'all did it.
I was more deployed than anything, so I give most of the credit to my wife because she took care of that part. So I don't like to take credit like, oh my God, the
Well,
accomplishment she has done it with the help, of course, of me and her mom.
mhm.
Uh,
I want
playing
to give
basketball.
you some credit real quick though.
Yeah,
You're a great guy, bro. Like, man, like you were a good friend to me downrange, bro. And you made shit fun, dog. Like, remember we was out there hooping all the time, man. Like that shit meant a lot, bro.
I,
Like,
that was cool that the Sergeant Shin got us a basketball for us to
yeah,
play.
yeah.
That was, then we met Tanoa. Remember Tanoa? We put him
Yeah.
in a bike and on the rain.
But my little ADHD ass was trying to compliment you right now, man. Because your children are lucky to have a father like you, bro. You're a really good dude, very smart, very driven. Man, I know you've always gotten everything you wanted, bro. Like you done had so many cars, so much clothes and shoes. I'm like, bro, like my boy ain't never hurting. And I really admire that about you, bro. And as a friend, that's really good, bro. Just keep striving.
Thank you, thank you.
Hmm.
You are an amazing dad. I mean, we saw you grow up, in front of us, and you yourself have done a pretty amazing job with that young man. He, you know, he,
Feel like it sometimes.
you know, he, he grew up fast because I remember
Man,
he was
this dude freaking
he,
a alien, man. That boy arms long. He could
yeah, he
probably
grew up
reach me from across the room, man.
he grew up pretty fast, but
Hmm.
he he looks like a fine young man, and
He is, man. He's special, bro.
he's gonna do good things. I know that for a fact
Yeah.
because we know that once we pass the torch over to the kids, it's up to the
They take
kids.
off. Yeah.
And we just give them an example. Like let me give you a prime example. I didn't get to enjoy the college experience. I went to college for maybe 6 months to actual college, and play basketball. And then my son was born, so I had to leave. Well,
Hmm.
I got my degree not too long ago, a couple of years ago.
Hell
I
yeah,
finally
man.
to go
What
back.
was your degree in?
When I first started, when I graduated high school, that I went to college to play ball, I had just a general studies degree because I was going with a
You mean
scholarship.
what you mean just
Just general studies. Like I didn't pick a major yet. I didn't even pick a major. Like I was gonna, because I was just going there for basketball.
oh, okay. All right. I was
Focus
like,
on,
man, you better, that's a degree, bro.
Oh,
You
no,
know
no.
what I'm saying?
It is a degree. You know what I
Oh
mean? Of
yeah,
course,
that's a major achievement, my G.
yeah, degree is major achievement in every sense. It
Yeah.
is sad, though, I believe, and this is just me seeing how the world is spinning now.
Uh-huh.
It is sad that degrees don't have the meaning that they used to have back in the and I'm not saying it to discredit anybody because my wife just got her
Bro,
master's.
I got three, and I freaking don't have a job outside of my own company. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a company, I have a job, but like it's not
I was
providing me enough income right now. If
I
that
was
makes
explaining
sense.
this to my daughter because my daughter was like talking to her mom about what degree she wanted to get. And I told her that piece of paper is very important because it's an established view for employers to see that you could stick to something out for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So that half of the stuff that you learn on your degree, you never apply it to anything in life.
Bro,
It's,
you are absolutely right.
that's being honest. That's why I hate when people make fun of blue collar trades,
Mhm.
plumber, electrician, AC,
That's where
AC,
it's at, bro. The trades.
and people don't understand
They crazy.
trades.
You
Without
get that
trade,
money.
you society will not function. It's just
Uh-huh.
not gonna because
Absolutely right, bro.
I put it upon my business to learn electricity, electrician,
Mm-hmm.
plumbing,
Mm-hmm.
HVAC, and diesel
Oh
mechanic.
yeah.
So like I took a little bit and when I went to get my degree, I went and got diesel tech,
Mm-hmm.
to trucks and semis.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody could take that away from me ever. I could go anywhere in the world and I could
Right.
work because
Right.
don't care the diesel engine.
Absolutely.
I made it my business to become the best general mechanic that I could possibly be when I was in the army.
My
Why?
dog. That boy
Why?
never late on them services.
Nah. Because again, a lot of people got to understand they got to take pride in what they do. You know,
Yeah.
I'm in the process myself of getting my LLC off the ground, getting
Fuck yeah.
my
Yeah.
branding in order.
Well, you know
Because
your dog right here.
of course, that's what
Hey,
you got to reach out to the people that knows about how to do it and get it done. Because
absolutely.
the way my wife was saying it the other day,
What y'all LLC gonna be in, bro?
fashion,
Fashion. Hell yeah.
uh, is pretty much urban wear.
Okay.
Sneakers,
Absolutely.
jeans, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
What
we're
y'all
gonna
thinking about posting up at?
Well, we right now, since we're doing really good with the pop up, what
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing traveling pop ups. So
Mm.
we're going to start traveling on the weekends to different areas,
Mm-hmm.
areas that don't have urban attire.
Gotcha. Makes
You
sense.
know, there's a lot of college kids that want to wear stuff that we wore in New York and stuff like that, and they can't because they can't get it. They'll have to order it online or whatever. If I have
Mm.
a table full of T-shirts, JP Urban Plus,
Yeah, they
and
gonna snatch them jokers up.
what I mean, I take pride that I'm very good at combining stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
that's not
matching,
easy, bro. Yeah.
and a lot of people be like, oh man, I have friends to this day that all call me at the mall shopping. Like, yo, man, I just bought these kicks, man. What can I get? And it's kind of hard because it's not like in New York. New York, we have nothing but urban stores.
Right.
Here, there's no urban store. The closest thing to an urban store here is Route 21.
Right. You all
You
right.
know, that is the closest thing. Like, let's not,
Mhm.
Then of course you have the consignment stores. They're charging ridiculous amount of money for shoes and for clothing. That in reality should not, you know, you as a parent should not have to spend $500 on a pair of shoes.
Right. Right.
That's just from believer. No, you should not. You shouldn't even spend more than maybe $20, $30 over retail. And I tell people all the time, when you think that that's cool, you think that that's, and what you're doing is you're creating a market. By doing that, you're creating a market that's gonna hinder everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because then everybody else gotta match those prices in order to stay afloat.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
that's what the economy is. That's how
Mm-hmm.
the economy is. You know how people say inflation and all this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Inflation only happens if you are willing to pay for a product at that price.
Mm-hmm.
That's the, that's the only way anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Bucket, the best way my uncle explained it to me, a bucket does not go full of water unless you fill it up with water.
Yeah.
A bucket doesn't fill up by itself.
True.
You know, it's the same thing with the economy. And it's sad that we have to resort to all these other avenues for us to make enough income just to stay afloat. Just to
Right.
stay afloat.
Right. Yeah, you need some damn passive income.
Yeah, you know, like there's different ways to do it, different avenues, and
Yeah, just gotta get creative.
yeah, you gotta have something unique, different, and you gotta want it. That
Yeah.
is like a number one thing.
Consistently too, want it.
You gotta want it. You can't make $100 today and not be hungry next week because you made $100. No,
Oh yeah, I got
you
you.
got.
Gotta keep
If I,
that keep that
if I
shit
make a hundred
going, man.
dollars today, I want to make 200 tomorrow. I make 200 tomorrow. I make 400 the next day. I
Keep
want to
running that
constant.
shit up.
I want to
Yeah.
constant,
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I
and
want it.
that's why I was when you approached me, I was like, yo, let's get it. You know, I mean, what you need from me. Tell me how we
Yeah,
can
man.
help.
So I just wanted to just pitch some questions to you, man, and
Yeah,
do some reflecting and you
definitely,
know,
definitely. You go.
hopefully have some meaningful, memorable moments pop up in your head.
Yeah, hell
So
yeah.
what was one of your favorite moments in the military altogether?
One of my favorite moments. We'll keep it PG-13. We'll keep it
Oh yeah,
PG-13.
please.
We'll keep it
Hey,
13.
you know what? Long as nobody ain't getting in trouble, you can say what you want to say.
We'll
I ain't
keep it
responsible.
because we have a lot of memories.
Yeah.
You coming to PT at
Hey,
6:15.
no, 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 don't do that to me. No. Hey.
Yeah, different things. I think one of my most fun memory, I think it had to be, of course, our first deployment together. I think we had a blast. I think we made it, even though we were in a chaotic situation, we made
Uh-huh.
it fun. And I think we got as a group, we got tighter. Like that 22nd SIG unit got tighter. Like to this day, I still talk to some people. Chief
Yeah.
Cuenca, talk to, Sergeant Major Arthur. I talk to you. I talk to Jeff. I talk, not too long ago.
Wellness.
Like a different. One of my most funny memories, I have to say, had to be with Lattimore.
What happened?
La-
What happened?
Lattimore, Lattimore, when we were living in the barracks, Lattimore came running to my room to hide because Quartas was banging on the door.
You know they probably gonna see this, right? Oh my goodness. I'm like,
Oh, that,
oh
that was
Lord.
close. And then Coprosadanya was downstairs screaming at Quartas because Quartas, and I was private. I didn't know that. I was like, Lattimore's coming knocking on my door, and he's, yo, don't, I'm not here. And so I remember that. I remember first time Brown used to come and check up on us on the weekends and play Madden with us.
Oh shit.
On the,
Hey, you telling on him too.
no, but that was he always looked out for us. So Major Brown always make sure that we were okay. When
So,
my accident happened, he made sure that I was well taken care of. You took me to when I went and got my surgery. Uh, I remember that. I remember you had to crash in my house because you got the appendix
Oh,
removed.
oh
You
yeah, bro. I was hurting.
you were hurting, you know.
Yeah.
That was it's a lot of memories that, but I think my most fond memory was, yeah, of course, it was that us just always staying together when we were deployed, always
Yeah,
playing games,
absolutely.
playing, figuring something out just to stop the boredom. The fights between Pancake and
Oh my God.
that had to be like,
Them boys is crazy.
if it was video of that, man, that would be, you would get 1 million views on YouTube because that was one of the funniest fights I've ever seen
That
in my
shit
life.
was super weak. That shit was like that shit was like
You know what was bad? The side Wilmus kept instigating it.
I ain't even heard what he said.
Side Wilmus kept instigating it. You gonna let Cowboy talk to you like that?
Oh,
Better,
not even typing them up.
yeah, better show him to your country. And Side Ridley over there, y'all boys better stop. Y'all two better stop. Yeah, those two good memories, I would say. Also the second deployment that we deployed together, different, when we were with Charlie, when we were over there on
Uh-huh. The other barracks?
72nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Um, I think one of my saddest moments that I could say about my military career was when I found out that Easy got killed with that plane crash.
Man, that shit was crazy. Well, it still is crazy. You think about it.
Yeah. Saw an Easy on vacation and a plane
Mhm.
crash.
Yeah, him and his
Like
daughter.
him and his daughter. Like to me, it was it was something that we were in Hawaii when we found out the news, and it was baffled. I spoke to some news reporters and stuff that they called me because I was in shock. I was like, "There's no way." I just spoke to Sergeant Easy not too long ago. Like I was like, just spoken to him a couple of weeks. He was telling me he was going on vacation. That he was
Mhm.
chilling. That he was happy. Got picked up for E7. That he was excited. Like, yeah,
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I think
that was horrible.
between that and of course when we lost the chopper in Hawaii, that those two moments, my
Mhm.
entire military career, I think had to be the saddest moments. And of course, when I had to leave,
Mhm.
nothing. I had to leave because I didn't want to leave. I
I
didn't want
feel
to
it, bro. Everybody there knew that. Everybody
Yeah,
there knew that, bro.
like I didn't want it to go out like that. I wanted to go out on my own terms. I wanted to go out on my. I didn't want it to be pushed out. And no matter what I did, no matter what I tried, no matter how many boards I went to, how many awards I got, it was like my points were never good enough to make E6.
Y'all fucking points was stupid high, boy.
For no
Always.
reason, always for no reason. And
Mm-mm. Goddamn generator mechanic.
yeah, and the funny thing is that I always used to ask even the branch managers, how is it that you guys don't want to promote us, but you guys need us so bad. You don't let us reclass. So we could, because I contemplated a reclassing
Y'all
to let,
probably one of the
you know,
top, probably the top MOS in the army. I don't know. Fucking yeah, you ain't got no gym mechanics. You ain't got no fucking electricity. You ain't got no power.
power. You know what I mean? And Chief, I remember Chief used to tell me all the time. He was like, "Hey, wherever I go, you go." Like, because I know that he used to tell me, I know that if I take you with me, I'm gonna have electricity. I'm gonna have AC.
he said, I ain't crazy.
And it was always like that. I did enjoy my military career. I'm not going to. I don't have no major regrets other than not finishing the way I wanted to finish. Made a lot of good friends. I had, of course, like everything else, I had some bad experiences too. But
Mhm.
I think I the amount of good times that I had completely surpassed any bad day, because
Let me
even
ask
the
you
bad
this.
in Iraq, it was good.
How did you recover from your worst day in life? And what was that event, if you could talk about it, or
Yeah,
if you're willing to talk about it?
yeah. I have always prided myself that I'm very resilient ever since I was young. The worst day of my life will have to be when my grandmother passed away, because my grandmother was the one to raise me, and
Mm-hmm.
had to stay at home with my dad, and my dad was bad. He was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic, and it was like every day it was.
I'm sorry, my brother. I know
Yeah,
that's
it was.
to be crazy.
No, it's and that's why I am the way I am with my kids. I tell them I was like, I will never turn myself into, like, I took that as I can never put another human being
Right.
through that.
All
And
that abuse and stuff.
yeah, like, I mean, it got so bad that I had to call my half sisters in New York to come and pick me up because it was that bad. It was beatings were not even beatings no more. It
Mm-hmm.
was he saw some type of mark or bruise, or
Oh my God.
it was
That ain't even fair, man.
yeah, like, and I was 12, 13 years old, going on
You never
14.
defend yourself.
Like so I called my half sisters in New York, and they came in to pick me up, and then I went to New York. And I think, and you know what, people tell me even to this day that that had to be the most crazy thing ever, because my best friend that I grew up with in Puerto Rico, we known each other since we were 3 years old. He told me, he was like, I've never met somebody so forgiving, because after everything your dad put you through, you still, when he needed you, you still came. And like, I could have been like any other guy. I'm like, nah, forget that. I'm like, oh, you dying of cancer? Oh well,
Mm-hmm.
let your daughter handle that, you
Right.
know. And I wasn't. I got on a plane. I had money. I was doing things that are not considered legal, but I had, you know,
I'm sure we all have, bro.
you know,
I
I
know
had money
I
saved
have
up.
shit.
I had money saved up. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, all my life I've been a goody two shoe, because I wasn't. I had money
Right.
saved up, so I took a flight to Puerto Rico, went home, and that's when I knew that God really punished people. Like,
Oh
God
boy. Won't he do
really,
it?
yeah, like God
He
really
give you
punished.
the business, sir. You want to play around? He give you the fucking business,
That's when I knew that he was getting the two-piece and a biscuit special,
bro.
because cancer had him done for. Like, he was laying in the couch, balls on his neck from the cancer, shoulder on his armpit.
Ah.
It was unrecognizable, like, to what we, like, me and my friends, and because all my friends came to pick me up at the airport. I had like 9 people come pick me up at the airport, because I hadn't been in Puerto Rico for like
Oh
10,
my God. Yeah, yeah.
20 up, and I told them, I was like, look, I'm not here to party. I'm not here. Take me straight to my house. I want to see my dad.
Mm-hmm.
There, that was, it broke my heart to see him like that, because this is a man that's 6'4" in the frame, and he is crumbled to a couch, because he can't
Mm-hmm.
even doesn't have the strength or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there for 2 weeks, and my focus on 2 weeks was trying to get him stronger. I knew cancer was going to take him. I
Yeah.
just, you know, I just wanted him to be stronger, independent, that he could do things on his own. And I
What?
left him, you
Mm-hmm.
know, when I left him, he was, he was in the balcony in front of my house. Puerto Rico got the old school houses, kind of like in Louisiana,
Mm-hmm.
got the in the front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
He was standing there. He waved goodbye, and I remember telling my best friend. I turned around, and my best friend. I told him, I was like, "Yeah, this is the last time that I'm going to see my dad alive." And he was like, "Nah, man, it's gonna be good." And this, and I was like, "Nah, he ain't gonna make it past a
Already
few."
knew it, huh?
Yeah, and a week later, sure enough, I landed on a Monday, And on Saturday, my best friend called me that my dad was in the hospital and that I needed to be in the next plane over because he didn't have that much time. And he died on Sunday, and my half sister, uh, she buried him on Monday.
Oh my goodness.
Like I didn't get there to see him. Me or my other half brother. I got a half brother that lives in Florida. Me and
Oh
him would so it was like that was the last time that I saw my half brother and the last time I ever saw my half sister. After that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna depend on me. Just
right.
I'm gonna do it on me. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna depend on nothing. I'm gonna do everything on me. And I went back to New York and of course hustled, did all
Do
work
you
all type
think
of
that's sustainable though?
it to a point it is. And I'm gonna tell you
Uh-huh.
why.
Mm-hmm.
When you get used to, when you yourself as a human being get used to or not depending on anyone and noticing that you could do things without depending on anyone,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it becomes very sustainable without an issue.
I got
Like, yeah, you want to have a relationship with your family members. You do
you.
because
Right.
everybody does need family at one point or
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
But you got to be selective.
Very,
Because
very.
not everybody, family or not everybody's gonna be there for your best interest.
Oh man.
They're gonna be
See
there
that again,
for
my brother. They got that agenda.
you know because again, I have an aunt and she's my favorite aunt on the world,
Mm-hmm.
favorite aunt. But every time we speak, at the end of every conversation, the question is always the same.
Mm.
Hey, can you send me this? Can you send me that?
Mm-mm.
$100, $200,
Like, what is that relationship for? Like on your end?
and that's the part that I tell you that sometimes you just gotta cut certain relationships
I got
because they're no longer they're no longer meeting you
you.
at the
Mm.
point of a growth.
Yeah,
Now,
or meaningful at all.
yeah, they become another rock on your wagon. You
Mm.
already drag stuff with you.
That's another
So,
payment, man.
yeah, you understand, and when you do that, you enable that from them that they're always going to expect it. Oh yeah,
Okay.
we get into this little issue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll call Jose. He'll send a couple of $1,000 and we good. Uh, no, because that's how it was. Because at one
Right.
point, my aunt, when I
Mm-hmm.
was in my last two deployments, I was sending my aunt almost every month $1,500 every month
Mm-hmm.
for repairing her house.
Oh,
Why I have to do that when you have six other kids? That
fuck that.
like yeah, I have worked hard for what I got. My house, my cars, and anything that I got, people could say, "Oh yeah, you got a lot of money." No, I don't got a lot of money. I was just smart with my money. It's
Hey,
different. It's
yeah,
too different.
very different.
You don't. You have to know how to invest your money properly, because at the end of the day, people be like, "Oh yeah, you got Audis parked up front, you got Volkswagens and this and that." I was like, "Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm our payments for those. Those are not free. Those are not." But
Say they still got
again,
a note, huh, bro?
yeah, like again, I was smart enough to make sure that I know how to line my things right. You understand? My whole military career, my wife didn't work. She was home, chilling, taking care of the kids. And the agreement was once I retire or once I was done, she would go and fulfill what she wanted to do with her career, not putting it in the back burner. So she went back to school, got her master's degree, did everything that she needed to do. Now she's a teacher. That's what she wanted to be. Teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. My
Mm-hmm.
job is to do all the little end things, run around, do whatever, fix the house, clean whatever needs to be done.
Mm-hmm. And y'all
But that's
have that, and
yeah,
y'all have that as like boundaries, or
yeah,
y'all
no, that
with y'all agreement.
yeah, that was a mutual agreement. It was a mutual agreement because I wanted my kids. One, I didn't want my kids to miss out on any opportunity that it was available. That was one. I wanted my kids to have the best experience possible, so they have an example when they have their kids.
I got you.
So when they have their kids, be like, okay, my mom and my dad did this for me, and it worked. So I'm gonna, you understand? It's like the old saying: if it's not broken,
Don't fix
don't
it.
fix.
Yeah.
You know, same thing. Society got this illusion, and the new women think that they don't need a man. That's their illusion. That's
Ooh,
their the
I know.
mindset.
I know what you mean.
You know, that's their mindset.
I
I'll
know
make
what
more.
you mean.
Man, I do this. I don't need them. No, you do need them because at home you need that male presence, because that male presence is always going to give you that balance.
I think humans in general, I know humans in general need relationships.
That's what we were made on tools.
Yeah, like so for somebody to say, I don't need anyone, yeah, you do. You
And
do.
you know, when I hear women say that, right? When I hear women say that, you know how I counteract that? Let me tell you something that I use, and it
Mhm.
makes they get stuck like a fish out of water, stuck. Like
Do tell, my boy.
they say, "Oh, I don't need no man. I don't need no man for nothing. This and that. I could do this. I could do that." Okay. Do you think men need a woman, or a woman needs a man? Let me break it down to you. A man does not need a woman. We get taught from kids how to fix stuff, how to cook, how to maintain, how to repair, how to raise kids. All that is get taught to us from very little. You're growing up with your sisters. If you have older sisters, you learn all this stuff. You were to ask a woman right now, any woman, from the age of 22 to 35, you give them a shirt and tell them, iron this shirt. And I promise you, 9 out of 10 do not know how to iron.
You know what? You're probably right, bro.
You know, because again, us men, the women provides for us, you know, the comfort, the companionship, and things like that. And all, you know, we're not with you because we want you to clean for us. We're not with you because we want you to cook for us. We could do that on our own. We know how to do that. I know how to do that. I don't even want you for sex because guess what? I'll pay $200 and the girl will come and do what she needs to do and leave. And I
This
don't have
guy.
head.
This guy. I feel you though, bro. I feel
I don't,
you.
you know, like, and I think social media has ruined females and male alike. I think social media has given them an illusion of how things supposed to be that they fail to understand that there's different sections of life where you're going to need a man.
I think you know what? Check this out. How about we not blame it on social media? How about we blame it on those individuals that allow social media to influence their behavior?
Yeah, of course. But also,
Mm-hmm.
think about it this way, right? TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Algorithm. Let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about
Uh-huh.
if I am watching nothing but videos of women power,
Mm-hmm.
right? What do you think the algorithm is going to be on TikTok?
Yeah, that's what it's gonna show.
If I watch nothing but MD music videos, right? ND music or ND videos,
Turn this
what do you think
thing off, man.
the algorithm is going to be? It's just going to be that or
Mm-hmm.
similar to that.
Right.
But that's how, and that's what people criticize TikTok in China. And I think TikTok in China is genius.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
genius. We
Mm-hmm.
should do that. We
Mm-hmm.
should have the algorithms control to where our kids watches things to learn. Come on, we got kids that don't know how to even change a tire.
That sounds pretty productive. Pretty genius.
Just saying.
Yeah.
There's a reason Chinese population is smarter than any population in the world. Just think about it. They got 1 billion people. So
Shit,
let's
I don't know about the population in the world, but I would have to you know me, man. I don't even like speaking on stuff if I don't know 100%.
no. But if you understand, you gotta think about it.
Yeah,
China,
absolutely.
smartest people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because their mindset is about productivity, not negativity. They want to put product. They want to be able to put a product that's going to sell, to move, whatever it is. Whatever it is that's going to be positive towards the economy, towards whatever it is. We here in the United States, and I love the United States.
Yes, sir.
I love the United States. Don't get me wrong. I am as patriotic as anybody else, but I do understand that there's a flaw on the system. And I'm going to tell you why there's a
Which one? Which system?
in our entire
everywhere.
In our entire system. I'm going to tell you the major flaw that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We always wanted us to present us as a nation that want to take care of everyone and everything outside of the United States. But they don't focus on nothing inside of the United States. Hence, we have the largest population of homeless people in the world.
Yeah, we do.
We do. We got the largest population of homeless around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
How much money you think the United States sent to Ukraine?
Shit, I don't know.
Our debt ceiling is $600 trillion. Tree with a T, $1 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
$600 trillion debt deficit.
Hey, I don't worry about it because it ain't me. Fuck.
It ain't you, but look at what it's doing to our nation.
I guarantee don't give two fucks.
Now everyone is trying to play catch up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, everybody is trying to play catch up now.
Everybody's trying to play catch up with taxes and everything else, inflation and this and that and the other. Tell me if it just makes sense to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you went and apply for that apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had to fill up a credit report and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you got approved for the apartment, right? And you paid $1,500, right? Just think about it this way. How is it that some people get approved for a house, but they get declined for an apartment? Make it make sense. Make the math make sense for a second.
Not sure, but it's some type of loophole that could be worked through. It depends on who you applying through.
No, understand this.
I'm telling you.
Banks would rather approve you for an apartment where you are constantly on a cycle of payment than on a mortgage where it has an expiration date, an end date.
Okay.
Reason why? Because the mortgage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. You get a mortgage for 15 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
After you're done with your 15 years for paying, who you paying?
Do what?
After you done your 15-year mortgage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who you paying?
I ain't doing no 15-year mortgage.
Who you paying? Think about it. 15-year mortgage. Who you paying?
Yeah, the bank.
Nobody. That's it. Once you reach your 15 years,
oh yeah, you done.
You're done. Now, think about people that live in an apartment for 15, 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't own nothing.
Oh, I mean, I'm just lost at what point we trying to prove right now. I'm like, where are we going?
I'm gonna show you because again, people think that because you have certain things, right, that you didn't put in the work for it.
Right. Of course.
A lot of people
always think that.
you see it on TikTok. That's what I was saying. You see Instagram. People flossing. Oh yeah, I make $3,000 on 72 hours. If you look at my program, I teach you how to do it and whatever. You make $3,000 in 72 hours, and you're gonna teach me how to do it. For me to make $3,000 in 72 hours, and I do exactly the things you told me, and I don't make $3,000, then there's a flaw in your program. So
Right.
then you have something that you really can't do. And it happens a lot. I
Right.
see it a
Right.
lot. You be
Right.
like, I am financial freedom. I'm taking a video on Fiji vacation.
Mm-hmm.
No, but they're really not showing you. You sign for a membership, and every month I'm going to give you pointers on how to. So why I gotta sign for a membership if you're gonna teach me how to be living debt free?
Hey, that's why I pay attention to this thing right here.
Yeah,
I don't pay attention to all that other shit, man. Because
yeah.
guess what? That's
I
what's
don't.
driving fear into these people. And
Yeah,
that's why I'm here to provide truth.
I think what you're gonna be. I think what you're gonna be doing. I honestly think it's amazing because you're not trying to come up by yourself.
There you go. It ain't even about
Ah,
me.
you're not trying to come up by yourself. You're reaching out to people you trust because this is a trust thing. People
Oh,
you trust
yeah.
to move up with you. There's people that are gonna move up with you and they're gonna stick it through to see the end state. And there's people that are gonna be there only temporary. They're gonna get anxious, they're gonna get impatient, they're not gonna see
Yeah.
and not understanding that this is not
That's
a
why I keep praying, bro.
get rich scheme or
And
or
it's a gradual
this
process.
progress. You know, it's like a tree. You plant the seed and you water it every day and you watch it grow every day. You don't. It doesn't. You plant the seed and automatically you got peaches. No, that's not how it works. That's
Yeah, a lot of people have that mentality. I can't do it. I love to work. I love to, the grind,
I
the
worked my whole life. I have grind my whole life. My whole life. Even when I was in the army, I was still grinding. I've been selling shoes since 1996.
goddamn boy.
I
Shit.
was in high. I
I
was a
was
senior in high
like,
school selling to be a manager on Foot Locker. I've
what the
been hustling since. I mean? And again,
been getting it, huh?
hustling with the idea of I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna strike it rich. I'm gonna strike it rich. No,
Right. Let me ask you this.
what's up?
Gears. So of course, what I'm doing is inspiration based, uh
Yeah,
of mental along the lines of mental health, getting your mental health together.
of
Um,
course.
so let me ask you, what do you do to make sure that you're good to go for your family? Well, for yourself first, then for your family.
Um, I started going to therapy. That first of all, I started going to therapist. I started seeing a therapist just to talk certain topics out.
Hmm.
You know,
Do you
and I
this
started.
anything you could talk about?
Yeah, yeah. And we talk pretty much about anything about my military career from my childhood all the way to my military career to my marriage and whatever major negative impact anything had, we focus on that and we try to find solutions to that permanent problem that is there. Because again, PTSD is not temporary.
So you have PTSD, right?
I have PTSD pretty damn bad.
Yeah, I got that shit too. I'm pretty sure you're you know, like this too.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's my
how,
fuse is very short.
how are you doing with that though?
Um, I try to stay away from things that trigger me.
What do you mean?
Um,
Like give the people an example.
I try to end arguments before it happens. That's one.
Yeah, I try to do
when
that.
when I see it coming,
Before,
I'll
yeah.
I'll either remove myself
Mhm.
or put an end to it right there on the spot. Like I don't, me and my wife we got into a bad argument like 3 days ago. I
Yeah.
don't do what I used to drag it for weeks at a time.
Mhm.
Now I just act normal the next day like nothing happened. And it works for me. It might not work for some people. It works for me. And it keeps me a little bit more sane than dwelling and keeping the anger built. Um
So
if we I'll go to the gym.
let's talk about that a little bit. So how 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 long have y'all been together again?
20 years. 19 years married
That
and
ain't been
20.
all pretty, huh?
Huh?
So,
Oh, trust me, it's been Six Flags on steroids.
that shit had you with your mouth wide open the whole time.
You don't know what you're gonna get around the next corner, but
Yeah.
I realize it might sound funny for some audience whenever they see this. I understood something very young, very, very young in age when I was wild.
What was that?
I I saw her potential, or what she could be given the right circumstances with the right person. Because she was always very caring, very attentive, very a lot of things. And people back young days, they didn't used to give her a chance because she was the big girl of the group. And yeah, I I took a chance. Then I realized that she was the best that I was gonna get, and I guess she realized I was the best she was gonna get, and we managed to figure it out together at the same time. And I think we made a pact with each other that no matter what was going on.
Like just doing the work together and being committed and meaning that shit.
Yeah, we made a pact together that no matter what issues arise, no matter because we knew issues were going to be arising and things were going to happen, that no matter what we were going to find a way to figure it out.
That's freaking awesome. I like.
And and we have done it. We have done it pretty well. We separated a few times.
Mhm.
Separated. We never got divorced. Separated a few times,
Man, I applaud y'all for that, bro.
but we always, you know,
I'm
we
glad
always
I got to see y'all,
attract each other.
man.
So
Like just knowing y'all back then and knowing that y'all still together now is really, really, really good, Like,
yeah. You pretty much know most of my from very beginning of my relationship with Angelica. You know, you
mm,
we you know we have gone through some tough situations, very tough situations,
yeah,
and a lot of it I can sit here and say it. A lot of it was my fault. A lot of it was my fault. 95% of the stuff was my fault.
that's
That and I can admit it.
that's big of you to say. How long did it take for you to see that? I know
Uh,
that's a rather large portion.
I'm gonna tell you when we almost got divorced 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really when reality like smacked me in the face. When
Yeah.
I was in San Angelo by myself. Like being by myself in an apartment, not hearing my kids running around or whatever, not hearing her screaming at one of the kids or whatever. People say, "Oh yeah, I want the peace and quiet and this and that." We didn't grow up in peace and quiet.
Mm-hmm. His family making all kind of noise and shit, huh?
We grew up in chaos. We grew up in chaos. Even when we were in the army, it was chaos everywhere we went. There was loud noises and things like that. But when you find yourself in an apartment by yourself, quiet with nothing, then nothing could fulfill your boredom.
Mm-hmm.
Your the video games, your TV shows, then nothing fulfills that moment of boredom.
Mm-hmm.
It sets in, and that's when you. I took the most time when I was in San Angelo. That's when I took the most time to reflect on everything that I have ever done to her because I did some shitty shit.
I got you, bro.
Like I sit there and I acknowledge it to myself. And you did some shitty shit to this girl. Like this girl, she really didn't deserve that. Like
That's real, man. At least you realized it and were able to.
I'm lucky that I managed to do it
Yeah.
fast enough for her to come back because she had somebody else. She already had met somebody else.
Yeah.
She was already on the path of, you know how they say when a girl, when a girl already is
Gone.
getting past you,
Yeah.
it was getting there. It was getting there, and I had to,
Your soul.
I had to move quickly because I didn't want to lose that. I really, honestly, no matter how much a pain of the ass she is, I really did not want her to lose that.
We all got pains in the ass and we all pains in the ass.
I mean, because again, I don't know of any female that would deal with my shit the way that she has.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Got a
I
real one.
just don't see it. I just don't see it. Some girls might come along and they be like, "No, so sweet," and yeah, I could deal with you with all this stuff. But the minute that one thing gets hot, when the plate gets hot,
Mm-hmm.
let me see,
Yeah.
and I had my share of women, females that, well, they look fantastic, they look great, they're amazing. When the shit got tight, that
Been there too, bro. Been there too, bro.
and that's something that I realized. My PTSD, she has helped me a lot with it. She did not know how bad it was for me,
Yeah, I'll be tripping too, bro.
bro. I had a bad episode one day, and the only person that was there was her.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about a bad episode, bro,
Yeah, our
I
family
had to get,
first
I
dog.
had to get rid of my handgun and everything, bro, because it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad,
Yeah.
and
Do you
that's when I said, you know what, I gotta go. I gotta talk to the VA and get some help.
do you feel like it's getting worse?
Not, no, I don't think it's getting worse. My patience is gone. That I'll tell you. I'm not as patient as I used to be. I'm not as
You just ain't got
calm.
you ain't got time to waste. It's not that you ain't patient. You just ain't got time to waste.
That too. I just hate people that procrastinate with things. Like I want things to be done.
Pronto.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's not. What do we need to do? Let's. When I see people staggering, it drives me bananas because I don't want to stagger. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. The clock is ticking. You know what I mean?
Right.
I could sit here and collect my disability every month and not do shit.
No, I feel
I
you,
want
bro.
to do stuff. I want to do stuff. I want to do stuff. I want to do something else. Of course, I want to be financial free.
Oh,
Everybody says that financial freedom. Yeah, I want to be financial free. I want to be able to take a vacation whenever I want. I want to be able to, you know, go to a dealership and not have to spend 9 hours hustling, haggling to get a vehicle.
no,
Like
bro. That
things like that.
shit is real. That shit is boy. Been there too.
Yeah. Hmm? Oh,
But
go.
what's your current goals, man? Like what's popping right
Right now it's definitely getting my brand off the ground. Get the ball rolling,
now? Mm-hmm.
getting all the information, getting everything that I need, all the licensing, all the copyrights and everything else. Get right now I'm trying to get a legal team to look over my business plan because ultimately I want to have a brick and mortar store.
Oh, that's dope.
So ultimately, that's my ultimate goal, to have a actual physical store where
You will, bro.
I want it to be that it's an experience. That you don't just go and pick up a shoe off the wall and pay and leave. Like, I want it to be an experience. I want it to integrate old school New York, that you went and on the back of the corner you had a DJ and he was selling his mixtapes, and then you had, you know,
I think you
you
might
had that.
come now, bro.
Yeah, like that's my, I want you to come into my store and leave from there and to say in your mindset, you know what, I'm not gonna go buy sneakers nowhere else. I'm just gonna come here because this is cool. You
Right, right.
know, I have dreamed and seen my store. Like I have seen it on my dreams. Like what it's gonna look like, what it's exactly going to look like, what my floor is gonna look like, my counters, my to my employers, to my employees, and stuff like that. Like
Mhm. See the
I, I've I've seen it all. I
flag
have,
is on the way.
yeah, and I know it's on the way. I just got to do my part.
Mhm.
Me and Angelica, we're doing our part. We're doing what needs to be done. But at the same time, I know I got priorities, and right now my priority is my daughter and getting her settled in college and everything else. After that, I can focus on, you know, um, on my stuff. But
That's
yeah, I think I give myself a deadline of 2 years to have a brick and mortar store here in El Paso.
that sounds freaking outstanding, my friend. And
Yes.
I just want to thank you for joining me today, bro. It was very
Bro, anytime, man, anytime you want to kick it, anytime you want to kick it, bro, I am here, bro. I'm a phone call away, and I am about 8 hours away from you. So it's not like I'm that far.
hey.
So,
Hit you up when I come down there. My sister down there now.
oh, where is he in Fort Bliss?
Yeah, her husband went back to the academy.
Oh, the Sun Major Academy. Okay.
At least
Instructor,
he told
instructor,
me.
instructor.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, you come down here. We kick it. We'll get
yeah,
some tacos or something.
fucking right.
Hey, we got some Puerto Rican restaurants now over here. Got a couple of Spanish
That's
spots here.
my boy.
It's over. And
Stupid.
I'm always barbecuing. It's now that I got my smoker, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you let me know when you're coming down to town, bro. I go pick you up at the airport, whatever. You can
Oh,
even crash in my place. It doesn't matter.
for sure, bro. I appreciate you, man. And I appreciate your time, bro. And hope you
Hey,
and kick some ass.
hey, bro, we're gonna do this. Trust me, we're gonna do this.
Already, my
I'm
boy.
with you all the way, bro. I'm
Love
with
you.
you all the way. Love you too, bro. Later.